Hey, it's Mike from the Run Testers. I have got some new headphones I want to talk about. These are the Philips Action Fit. So these are another pair of truly wireless earbuds designed for sport. They're priced in at around £140, so you're looking at kind of around the cheapest AirPods, and then also maybe something like the Jaybird Vista. Now, one feature that these have that those headphones don't have and other ones is what Philips is calling their kind of UV cleaning technology. So what that means is when you drop the buds, you finished running, you put the buds in the case and it goes through a process where it cleans and kills the bacteria using ultraviolet light, and ultimately gives you kind of cleaner buds to use, which sounds like a really nice thing to have. I know I would, I quite like the idea of that. So I've had them, I've been running for them for about 2.5 weeks, and I wanted to kind of share my thoughts on whether the Philips Action Fit are a good fit for running. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is kind of design and fit. Now, fit for me is everything, and I think for everyone else that runs, you want something that's going to stay put in your ears. So with these, you're getting a kind of wingtip kind of design that kind of hooks in to your ears, like so. Wrong one there. And then you've got these earbuds, which there's 3 of in the box, which you can change to kind of get a better seal and a better fit ultimately. I always prefer these kind of designs in terms of sports headphones, and I can tell you in my time these just haven't budged. I've been running outdoors, kind of evenly paced runs, kind of quicker interval stuff, and I've been doing the same indoors on a treadmill, moving my head around, reaching for stuff, and these do not budge. So in terms of fit and secureness and just being comfortable to sit in your ears, these kind of pass that test on that front. In terms of durability, so Philips have given this a IPX5 rating, which basically is a sweat-proof rating. They say good for sweat, good for running in the rain, and say you can even use them in the shower. Though I didn't do that, and you probably wouldn't want to anyway. But from that kind of durability perspective, they've been absolutely fine. I haven't had any issues. I've run. It's hot weather at the moment, so it's been a lot of sweat going on, and these haven't caused any issues or any dropouts with music or listening to stuff. So from a durability point of view and a fit point of view, they tick the boxes. I haven't had any problems, and I think most people should be comfortable in terms of getting a good secure fit and something that's good to wear for running. Okay, so what other features are there? So one thing that people might want to know is you've got a mic in here, so if you want to take calls, you can do that. You might not be able to see, but you've got some kind of flashing rings on each bud on the outside, so that is the notification light that essentially tells you when it's paired to your phone, and can also tell you when battery is low. So I've used these with an Android phone and an iPhone, and I haven't had any pairing issues. I haven't had any dropouts of note that I can remember. And generally, from a pairing and kind of from keeping a strong connection, it's been absolutely fine. Other features, there's controls. While it might not look like it, you do get controls on these buds. So it's a series of kind of taps and hold, and you can do things like skip tracks, you can take calls, you can activate your voice assistant. Now I always think the important thing that those features and the controls is what is it like when you're out running and you need to quickly do it. Now with these, generally it was fine. There was a few times where I felt maybe I was tapping more than I needed to mainly to skip a track, or to pause some music. But in general, it worked. I would definitely prefer physical buttons. I think it's a bit like watches. I'd always prefer physical buttons if you can, and you just know that you're pressing them. And I think it's the same with these. While it, they generally did work. I would take physical controls or pressable kind of clickable surfaces just from a running perspective. So those are the key kind of onboard kind of extra features. I'm now going to get into what the big deal here is, and that is the case. Okay, so let's talk about the case, which is kind of the headline feature for these earbuds. So what Philips has done is created what they say is a UV cleaning system. So UV being ultraviolet, which is electromagnetic radiation, and it's a kind of radiation that's used in kind of medical spaces to kind of kill bacteria. So what they're doing is trying to bring that into this case to essentially help clean and kill that bacteria that kind of gets picked up from your earbuds. So how that works is when you take the earbuds out and you drop it into the case, there's two little small kind of sensors inside that sit near to the earbuds. When you close the case, the UV process starts. You know it is because there's a white light on the outside next to the battery status lights. It takes 20 seconds to go through the cleaning process, and then what you should have is cleaning earbuds. Now, whether it works or not, it's kind of a sense, or you're kind of putting faith that it's doing its job really. It's not something that I can really notice, or I think you can instantly notice, so you can't see on the buds that they're cleaner. But I mean, the idea that they're offering something where is giving you the opportunity to essentially kill a lot of the kind of dirt that you get and the sweat that you're inevitably going to get from running, that kind of gets attracted when it's inside your ears. That's definitely a positive thing, and hopefully this will be the first of kind of many brands that kind of introduce something like that. What I will say is, in terms of the case itself, it's kind of this barrel size case. It's a lot bigger than something you get with Jaybird or something you get with Jabra's earbuds. So it's not quite as pocket friendly, or you could probably slip it into a running belt, but it's it's a bit bigger in terms of size. So it's more something you probably throw in your gym bag and take the buds out and return to it later. But in terms of the technology and the the UV cleaning concept, I really like it. I hope that other brands will look at doing something like that, and it's nice to see Philips kind of offering something different that's kind of separated from what else is out there in terms of sports earbuds. So yeah, that is kind of a bit more into detail into what the case is capable of and that UV tech and how it works. I'm now going to get into sound quality and whether you should actually buy these. Okay, so let's talk about sound quality, which is a big deal for me. I'm sure it's a big deal for a lot of people. So in terms of what's powering the performance, you're getting 6mm drivers in here, which is the same as what you get in the Jabra Elite Actives and the Jaybird Vista. Now, I'd say in terms of what you can expect in terms of that sound quality, I think it sits somewhere in between those two earbuds. So you're not getting the same amount of power and roar in terms of the bass that you get in Jabras. You're not quite getting the detail, I think, and the clarity that you're getting on the Vistas. So yeah, somewhere in between. I think there's enough power, enough in the kind of bass, enough kind of warmth in terms of the sound quality. Maybe not as balanced as some earbuds that I've run with, but generally I think the sound quality is good enough, just not kind of the best that you're going to get. In terms of that kind of customization and personalization, there isn't really anything like that. You don't have a companion app to kind of filter around with settings. So what you're getting from the sound, as soon as you put them in and you pair them up, that's kind of what you've got. As I said, it's good. It's been good enough for me. I just don't think it's the best that I've tried. And if you're kind of thinking about noise cancellation and things like that, and blocking out noise, so when I've been out running with them, it does let in a fair amount of kind of ambient noise, and I prefer kind of zoning out and just hearing on the music. So I would say the balance is kind of a little bit more weighted towards what you hear around you. It's not to say that it's a very tinny or quiet audio, but it's definitely, the balance of it is not as good as I'd wanted it to be. It's okay again, but definitely you can probably get, you'll get better from other earbuds. So in terms of sound quality, I would say it's good enough for running. It's not the best out there, but it's definitely good enough. And if you can kind of deal with that kind of middle ground, then yeah, they'll probably suit you. And yeah, I've been running with them. I've still been running with them, and yeah, they've been absolutely fine. Okay, so let's talk about battery life. So when truly wireless earbuds started coming on the scene, we were only getting small amount of hours in terms of battery life. Thankfully, things have kind of improved since then. In terms of the Action Fit, you're getting 6 hours off a single charge, and then you're getting 18 hours in total if you factor in a fully charged charging case. So it's not the best you can get out there, but certainly not the worst. And it's kind of sits somewhere again in the middle, and pretty much the standard for this kind of price range. In terms of use, I was doing maybe 30-40 minute runs a day, maybe a little bit longer on a couple of days, and I think for a week it's absolutely fine. You're probably getting longer, and if you're dropping them back in a case and they're charging up again, it's going to get you through a decent amount of time. And you've also got quick charge tech, which is a feature I really like. So you can charge them for 15 minutes, and that will get you an hour and a half of playtime, which is really nice. So well, they're not class leading in terms of battery life, they're still very good. I didn't see any horrible kind of drain in terms of you using them. And yeah, so battery life pretty solid, and should do the job. Okay, so let's get into the verdict. So should you buy the Philips Action Fit Truly Wireless Earbuds? So I'll start with the good stuff. In terms of the fit, absolutely what you kind of want from sports earbuds. These just didn't budge when I went running. Comfortable as well, and didn't have any issues from that that point of view. Pairing was really quick, and really nice to see it just worked very quickly out of the case, and just pairing up to my phones that I used it with. And the UV stuff, I think that's really interesting. I say you can't really judge really and physically see it working, but the idea that it's using the kind of technology that is present or available for cleaning bacteria and sweat and things like that off these earbuds, I really hope that other brands kind of follow suit and do something like that as well. The not so good stuff, as I said, I think the sound quality is not best in class. It's good enough, but I definitely think it could be better. I think it could isolate that sound a bit better as well. Definitely something to kind of improve on there. The case, I wish the case was a bit smaller as well. While I love the UV tech side of things, the case, is not very compact and not very friendly to kind of carry around. So yeah, if you've got £140, would I buy these? I would probably go for the Jaybird Vista still. I just think sound quality on the Vistas, I think the compact case, I think the battery life is around the same as these as well. I think those combination of things just slightly edge over the Action Fit. These are not bad sports earbuds. I just think maybe the Vista offers a better package for around the same price. So yeah, that is my take on the Philips Action Fit wireless earbuds. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments, and anything I didn't kind of cover in the video. As always, like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next Run Testers video.